Okay, long enough.
Yeah, well, it almost didn't happen. Can't believe I had to join the sissy married day spa to take a meeting. You owe me $200, by the way.
It's money well spent. Now I know you're not wearing a wire.
Last guy who called me a rat got a Bolivian necktie.
How much would it cost me to order up one of those for someone else?
And I want all those toys picked up, even Sam's, all right? I don't want my living room looking that way.
It's not your living room. It's Uncle Mo's. And besides, you're not the boss of me. Only my mom and dad can tell me what to do.
Wow. You just got saved by the bell. Thank goodness. Oh, Jack. Daddy's here.
Congratulations. You're not married anymore. I fast-tracked your annulment, figured it was the least I could do. You are officially a free man. Truce?
You think it's that easy?
I figured it wouldn't result in any permanent peace, but how about a table for two? I got a date.
Look, I don't have time for a sit-down, so I'm just gonna get a donut to go.
No, we're gonna sit down. Couple of menus, please.
No, look, Clint, listen, I gotta no, I have to meet with Nora, and then I want to get over to Matthew before visiting hours.
Hey, you have got to take care of yourself.
I'm okay.
You're not even close to being okay. Sit down. Little brother, this is an intervention, okay? You've been running on fumes ever since Matthew's accident.
I can handle it.
It's exactly what Nora says, and it sounds just as ridiculous coming from you.
What are you talking about? You said this would be done by next week. We paid you a big sum of money to make sure that this house was going to be wheelchair accessible. I've got a kid coming out of the hospital. What are you talking about? You can't do that. That's not... Excuse me? Did you just say what I think? Do you know who you're talking to? I'm the district attorney. Oh, yeah? How about I yank your license? How would you like that? Oh, yeah, just wait. You just wait and see. Jerk. What? Hank, what are you doing here?
Well, it's good to see you, too.
Oh, my God.
So, where's Nigel? You didn't fire him when you took over, did you?
Oh, God, no, I couldn't live without Nigel. No, he's supervising the construction going on. If it ever gets done, I don't know. We've got a contractor. He's jerking us around. It's ridiculous. So, Professor Gannon. I can't believe I can actually say that. How's Georgetown?
Georgetown is great, but it's not Lambview.
Thank you for coming.
Look, when something like this happens to my best ex, where else am I going to be? Huh? So, look, point me in the direction of the renovation and put me to work.
Are you... Okay, that's a really nice offer, but that's like putting me in charge of the kitchen. I love you, but I don't think so. You're here as my guest, okay? And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be staying here. Now, are you hungry? Can I make you something? How about a drink? Can I get you a drink?
Nora,
I can...
stop. Breathe. Okay, now listen. I came here not as a guest, but to lend a hand. And from what I can see, you need it.
Matthew's in physical therapy until 7 o'clock. I checked. So you relax, you deserve a break.
Look, I can't enjoy it, okay? All right, never mind.
What?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's real healthy.
Well, what do you want me to do, open a vein?
Oh, you gotta do what you need to do. But I'm just wondering what you would be doing if Matthew clammed up like this.
All right. What I want to do right now is what I can do. You know, I want to make sure that the ramps are being installed. I want to make sure that all the knobs are changed over to levers. I want to put those grip poles in the bathrooms. You know, those are the things that I can do. I try to do or think about doing anything more than that. Then what good am I to my son? I just...
Little brother, I understand.
After we warm up, I think we should hit the heavy bag. Since when do you box? Since Antonio taught me.
I'm missing him.
Yeah. When we talk on the phone and we texted. Anyway, how was your internet date? Really? Oh no, he was so hot. Did he not look like his picture?
No, he just showed up in the middle of this huge fight I was having with Christian.
Why are we having a fight with Christian?
I swear, all I did was sit down at the cafe, and he comes up and lays it in on me.
Wait, Chris did that? Why would...
Do you want to hear about my date or not?
Sorry. Yes, I do.
Okay. Long story short, Mr. Internet thinks Chris and I are exes, and we're fighting because we're still in love with each other. Insane, right?
Is it?
Blair Kramer owns this place. Todd is not exactly welcome here.
I have no interest in Todd. I already told you, I'm not representing him anymore.
So who's the guy?
Well, I guess you'll find out sooner or later. The guy is Ray Montez. Honestly, that kid will be the end of me.
I doubt it. Can you give me directions to a place called Capricorn?
Why, are you going out?
I have a date.
Oh, I see. With whom?
With Tea Delgado.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Does that bother you?
Oh, I don't care what you do. And if you want to get involved with Todd Manning's old cast-offs, you go for it.
You asking what I think you're asking?
Yes, I need someone to take a dirt nap.
Yeah? Who?
My kid's new stepdad, John McBain.
Forget about what Dorian says. I'm not your dad. I'm just trying to be a friend. You know, I was thinking maybe I could round up some tickets to a Phillies game and, you know, maybe we could go sometime if you want.
My dad told me you'd do this.
Yeah, what'd he say?
That you tried to buy me, but you can't because you spend all your money on beer and black clothes.
He's a funny guy.
He also says that you sleep in coffins and you only come out at night. And you spend an hour every day on your hair.
I know that vampire stuff, it's all true, but I gotta take offense to that hair thing, you know. I mean, don't you think it would look a lot better than this if I was spending an hour a day on it?
My dad also says that you are supposed to catch bad guys, but you never do. That's why my mom was stabbed.
You want me to off John McBain? Why stop there? Why don't we take out the mayor while we're at it?
Name your price.
There isn't enough money in the world. Why don't you off McBain? Huh? Word on the street has you slicing and dicing all over town.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but I'm the first person they'd come looking for.
What's your beef with this guy?
He married my ex to get my kids.
So hire a lawyer.
You scared of McBain? You owe me, you know.
For what?
For ratting me out 4 years ago when that lapdog Margaret Cochran was supposed to be dead.
Oh, is that any way to talk about your baby mama?
You know, I'd hate to put the word out that you squealed like a pig to the DA.
And I'd hate to have to kill you. You know, check that. I'd probably get a medal. But going after an ex-cop, an ex-fed, I'd end up on the business end of a noose. Take my advice, Pally. In this town, murder doesn't solve squat. All right?
Can you help me with my car?
French cuffs for the big date?
Always.
Seriously? You're going out with Thea Delgado?
Indeed, she asked me, and of course I was happy to accept.
So it's business?
No, our business relationship is over. Tonight we start something else. Are you sure this doesn't bother you?
Are you sure that Thea is the right choice for you?
Now, why would you ask me that?
Because Thea, like so many of the nouveau riches, can be so vulgar.
I like your new ring, by the way, and the other one as well. You know, I find Thea quite charming.
And I'm not.
Oh, I'm not saying that at all. But we were talking about Thea. She's a remarkable combination, really. Beautiful, obviously, very bright, and provocative, passionate. The qualities, really, that I appreciate most in a woman.
Don't play games with me.
I don't know what you mean. But thank you for your assistance. Hope you have a lovely evening with your nephew, Mrs. Buchanan.
I'm not about to stick around and watch you with any one of Vanessa's ex-husbands, but I'll have someone set you up.
Thanks, Chris. You're a good guy.
You really think so?
Didn't someone tell you otherwise?
No, nobody. See you.
See ya.
You're kidding me, right? Me and Christian. The misogynistic pig who dumped our friend for the first hoochie that came along and then tried to blame my sister who's in a coma who can't do anything? Yeah, I'm carrying a real torch for a guy like that. Okay. I'm sorry I am. And another thing. He called me a bitch. What? Yes, a bitch. And he said it's my fault that I'm alone. And I got it. He went out of his way to make me feel like damaged goods. Like, I was the one who screwed things up with Fish, who, just to be clear, I didn't want in the first place.
Hey, did I just hear my name?
Bo, for what it's worth, if it was one of my kids in Matthew's situation, I don't know what I'd be doing.
You know, when I got back from Vietnam, I saw a lot of guys in wheelchairs, and most of them were kids. They weren't much older than what Matthew is right now. My heart went out to him. But I'm not sure I ever really thought about what it was like to be them. So a lot of them were bitter, and they were depressed, and they couldn't handle it. And I'm not sure, Matt.
Listen, you and Nora are going to make sure that he does handle it.
But how? Do I tell him to look on the bright side? Or do I push him? Or do I back off and let him just be mad at the whole world? You know, I always felt like I was sure that I knew what was best for my son. And now,
You're not expected to have all the answers. That's why you should be leaning on me, Vicky, the rest of your family and your friends. We want to help, Bo. And all you have to do is ask.
so there's no chance of Matthew regaining the use of his legs.
Well, if there was, we certainly would have heard about it by now. I mean, we've done a lot of internet research and talked to a lot of doctors, especially those with major breakthroughs.
And nobody's offering any kind of hope.
Well, his spinal cord isn't severed, so that's hopeful. But the longer this goes on, that's not so hopeful. And we just have to make sure that we just, keep on keeping on, you know, keep it together for Matthew. It's, hey, just, how do I do that? How do I do that?
The same one you did for Rachel's addiction, I guess.
Rachel's addiction was different, you know, because it's, just take away the drugs, you lock her in rehab, and she's bound to get better. This is different. You can't turn to Matthew and say, come on, turn that frown upside down, you know? Keep on fighting, kiddo. Everything's gonna get better. And then expect it to get better. It just doesn't work that way. And there's just not a damn thing I can do. Oh, Hank. Oh. Wanted to throw the book at that kid, you know, the one that caused the accident. 18 years old, and I wanted to put him in prison.
Well, he is responsible for what happened to Matthew, isn't
Oh, yeah, and I wanted to make him pay.
So why didn't you?
I'm his guardian. And even though his mother came back, it was still kind of on my watch. And he lived here. Matthew loves him like a brother and begged me to be easy on him. And I certainly didn't want to do that. I really didn't. Then we got to the arraignment, and I turned around, and I saw him sitting there. And all I could do was think of Rachel. When Rachel was using drugs, remember that? She could have killed somebody. Do you know how lucky we were?
Yeah, we were.
And in the court that day, I just kept thinking, God, putting Rachel in Cole's place, and I kept thinking of us and me in the back of the courtroom, praying that someone would help her, not destroy her. So I sent him to rehab instead of prison.
Well, you did the right thing, though.
Yeah, well, punishing Cole wasn't going to make Matthew better. I just wish I knew what would.
Hank the Cannon Gannon.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Hey, man.
Is it good to see you?
Clint.
Why are you guys talking about me?
Oh, we were just discussing how ripped you're looking lately. Where did these muscles come from?
Oh, I've been working out. You know, now that I'm back on the force, and in case I ever want to have a social life again.
Okay, but you know what? It won't be long. You just keep up with those curls, dude. Yeah.
You see? Once again, Christian screws me up. What? How?
Give me a break. So what are you laying on me now? Oh, no, you go ahead. Fish? Kyle. Wow, I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah. What are the odds?
And I'm not a cop anymore, Jack, but I wish I'd caught the guy that did this to your mom before he did it. I'm here to make sure she doesn't get hurt again, and you and Sam and Star don't get hurt either.
My dad could take care of all of us if he lived here.
I know you'd like that, but it's not my call.
So I guess the enduring made you the man of the house.
No. I'm not your dad. I'm not gonna act like him. Just want to make sure all you guys are safe. I promised your mom I'd do that, so I guess we're stuck with one another.
My mom promised me that we'd be a family. And my dad promised me that we'd be together again. You know what? Promises suck.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so how long's it been?
Since college. You know, I didn't even know you were back in town.
Yeah, I haven't really left. I'm in med school now, work at the hospital. You?
I'm one of Landview's finest. I actually should take that. Fish.
It's McBain. You busy?
What now?
Well, I got some information on the Halpern Granger murder.
Where are you?
202 Lincoln.
I'm on my way.
Momento, por favor. Qué linda mujer.
Oh, this little thing?
Indeed.
Wow.
Clean up pretty well yourself.
Is that why you asked me out tonight? Because I clean up?
I I just figured, since you no longer require my services as an attorney, we could get to know each other on a more personal level.
Forgive me, but I'm not sure I believe you.
What other reason would I have?
I don't know. Sometimes people get bored, they want to put on a show. Maybe you were trying to mend a broken heart. Sometimes people are trying to run away from somebody else, you know. Am I getting warm?
So how did I screw up your life now?
Can we please leave?
Well, you can't even be in the same room with
It's
me?
not you. It's that dark cloud that follows you around. You know, the one that rains pain and misfortune on everyone who comes close?
Okay, first of all, you really should see someone about those visions. And second, not everybody feels that way about me.
Your mother is a very sweet person, but she doesn't know the real you.
I really don't need to be ragged down by some lonely ice queen.
Who came up to who in the cafe tonight?
Look, it's
who
not my
started
fault
it?
that your blind date got a load of what you're like and took off. You know, you should really try to hit the heavy bag. Doesn't talk back. Might help you tone up those arms, too.
You see that? That's what I mean. Like he's so perfect.
Why are you yelling at me about this? I don't...
You're right. I'm not gonna let him get away with that.
Hank, good to see you.
You too, Clem.
Hi, hon.
How's Matthew?
Well, he was doing pretty good when we left him.
Huh, was he really?
Oh, yeah. He kicked us out when the physical therapist showed up, said he could handle it on his own.
Listen, Bo, I can't tell you how sorry I am about this.
Well, thanks, Hank. Me too.
You know, Hank, it's been a long while since Matthew has seen you, and visiting hours are not over yet. Maybe it would do him a world of good if you
I
drop...
don't think Matthew was going to take any visitors today. Maybe tomorrow. That would be great, tomorrow.
Okay, Nora, whatever you want. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, well, you're going to stay with us, right?
Well, look, I don't want to be in the
No,
way.
you're not. I'm going to go make your room right now.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
All righty then. So, there's just one thing we need to talk about. Nora and Clint?
Uh-huh. No. Don't even go there.
Nora, could we talk for a minute?
Oh, Clint, I got a gazillion things I got to do.
I know that, and I'd like to take some of them off your hands.
Oh, that's sweet. You can't. I really, it's better if I stay busy.
I can't. Nora.
What?
Nothing. What am I doing wrong?
Grab the doors, will you?
Sure. Is this about the Granger and Halpern murders?
Yeah, and the attempt on Blair. I think what I'm doing here links it all together.
John, this is still an open police case, and you are not a cop anymore.
I know Fish, and I'd run it by Bill, but I think he's got his hands full with Matthew.
Look, I know that I've done things for you in the past that haven't exactly been by the book, but I just started back, and I really need this job.
2 people are dead already, Fish. Blair nearly became the third.
All right, so where do we start?
Start with Manning.
If it isn't your ex-husband, did you know he would be here?
I had no idea. Todd, enjoying an evening out?
Yeah. Got a lot of time on my hands since you decided to help Blair steal my kids. She's very good at her job until she stabs her client in the back. I'd watch out if I were you.
Oh, Ray's not my client anymore either. He's my date.
Run away.
So, I'm here for one of two reasons. Either you want me to help you get over the guy, or you just want to make him jealous.
So you like Manning for these killings?
But I'm not ready to rule him out either.
Well, I thought he had alibis.
All right, well, for argument's sake, let's go over that. 2 of his alibis stink, and he doesn't have one for Blair. He was actually in the house when she was stabbed. It's not like he's not capable of murder.
You don't take hints too well, do you? I said no deal.
You didn't even negotiate.
I'm not interested. Now go stalk somebody else. or this little incident will be etched in my memory so indelibly that if I were to be questioned by the authorities, I'd have no problem remembering every last detail.
It's your loss.
And Manning had reasons for wanting all 3 victims dead.
Well, Lee Halpern, because her testimony could have put him away. Granger for fighting with him.
And for shacking up with Marty.
Yeah, but why his ex-wife?
Blair told him he would never get custody of the kids. They had a big fight about it about an hour before she was stabbed. When Dorian found Blair, she looked up. Manning was standing right there.
Well, what does Manning have to do with the letters that the killer left with the victims?
Maybe he's trying to send us a message.
Well, that sounds more like a serial killer.
Yeah, it does.
All right, well, what are you trying to say? That Todd Manning has turned into a serial killer?
I'm snapping at you, and I'm sorry.
No, Nora, believe me, I get it. You are going through hell along with my brother, and I hate to see the both of you in such pain.
Well, we'll be fine.
No, you don't always have to be fine.
Yes, we do. We do. We have to be fine so that Matthew is.
And how are you doing that? Obsessing over the construction and keeping your feelings bottled up.
That's not what I'm doing.
It seems that way to me.
Well, I'm not. I just let it all out with Hank just now, blubbering all over him. I talk to Bo 4 or 5 times a day.
Good. I'm glad that you're talking to somebody.
Oh, Clint. What is it that you want me to... You want me to call you when I'm having these moments, these meltdowns? I mean, I don't plan them. They just happen suddenly. But if you want, I'll call you if I start feeling a meltdown coming on.
Call, yeah. For you, my phone is on 24/7.
I've just been nonstop. I'm working with contractors. I've got nursing home. I've rehab facilities. I have to be talking to teachers and all. Oh, yes, I have a job.
Yeah, and I want to take some of that off of you.
I know, but you can't, you see, because Matthew is my responsibility. And I have to set my priorities, and some things are just going to go by the wayside.
Like me. Nora, is that what you want? You want me to get out of your way?
Can't you read? It says men only out there.
Do you see any men in here? I don't.
That's because I'm leaving.
I don't think so. You feel that right there? Now that is a toned arm. I wish I could say the same for your little chicken legs.
I don't have chicken legs.
Oh, please, you're just like every other pumped-up gym rat. 200 pounds of pecs, delts, and biceps, walking on those itty-bitty toothpicks. You know, I'm really surprised that you haven't collapsed in your own weight.
Get out.
Hell no. I'm just starting to have some fun.
I asked you out tonight because I enjoy your company, Ray.
I know. And you enjoy it so much more with Mr. Manning here to watch you enjoy it.
I had no reason to believe that he would be here tonight.
It's perfectly all right. In fact, why don't we give him something to look at?
Good evening. What brings you two here tonight?
I told you that Taya and I were meeting here.
I assumed you meant the palace. It's a much more elegant place for a date of any consequence.
And to what do we owe this dramatically unexpected pleasure?
Well, thank you. I hope you just don't think it's because of you, because my niece happens to own this place, and I promised her that I would keep an eye on things while she was recuperating. Good thing I did, because her ex-husband is here. And I don't see the manager anywhere in sight.
Christian had to step out for a second, but he left Phil, the bartender, in charge.
Maybe you should check to see if Phil is doing a good job.
I think I'll do that. In a moment.
Actually, this table is for 2, Mrs. Buchanan.
It's Dr. Lord Buchanan.
I stand corrected. Now, Taya, Where were we?
Just so I'm clear, help me understand this. Who's trying to make who jealous who?
Jack, what's going on, buddy?
John McPain just moved in. Aunt Dorian gave him the keys and everything.
Did he say anything to you?
Everything you said he would. He wants to be our dad.
There's no way I'm ever letting that happen, buddy.
You're so full of crap.
Of course, Manning doesn't fit the profile of a serial killer.
But
I suppose he could have snapped when his little plan to run off with Marty failed.
But wait, but didn't he try to kill himself?
Who knows? Either way, it didn't work. I mean, maybe he's lashing out at anybody who's a threat to him or Marty. It might explain the letters that he left on the victim.
Okay, but what's he trying to say with those letters?
Well, now that you've asked, the letters spell out K-A-D. Now, that might stand for Kappa Alpha Delta. It's Manning's old fraternity. It's the place where he and his fraternity brothers raped Marty Saybrook. What? What's that face?
KAD is my friend.
Nora, if you need your space, just let me know.
I'm sorry, I don't even know how to answer that.
I'm going to show Hank the renovations. Want to come?
Yeah, you know how to answer that. You just did.
And those things you call abs?
Oh, okay, great. Now we're gonna start a conversation about my six-pack.
When they talk about six-packs, they mean it looks muscular and cut, not like you drink six-packs every night.
This is stupid.
Now who's running away?
Just shut up, all right?
If you're gonna leave, then leave!
I can't, you moron. We're stuck.
What do you mean we're stuck? Good at your muscles.
You're accusing me of using you to make Todd jealous, when you're doing the same thing to me to make Dorian jealous. In Landview, by the way, that's called poking the cobra.
Dr. Buchanan and I are playing a game. We're just on to the next round.
I may not be your attorney anymore, but I'll give you this advice for free. Dr. Dorian, Lord Buchanan, plays for keeps, and she takes no prisoners.
All I did was take your hand.
You may as well have fired into her demilitarized zone. If I were you, I'd be working major damage control right now.
Duly noted. You are as smart as you are good looking.
Uncouth cretin.
Oh, talking about me?
I'm sorry, have we met?
Oh, no, I've never seen you before. But if you're thinking about putting a hit on the uncouth creep, I'm not your guy.
I don't want you to kill anyone. I want you to kiss me.
Now I'm your guy.
Yeah, I had it all worked out, Jack. I'm sorry. But I just didn't know your mom was going to marry him.
So come up with something else.
I'm trying.
Try harder. I don't want John to be my dad.
He won't be. I am, you know that.
And what if Sam starts calling him dad?
Listen to me. I'm never, ever letting that happen.
Prove it. Bring us home with you, Dad. Get help or something.
You know what, Jack? That's a pretty good idea.
Someone said the KAD chapter of the university had been disbanded after what happened to Marty.
Yeah, it was for a really long time. And then when I was in school, LU granted them a probationary charter to start up again. You know, we couldn't really have any parties. We had to do all these community outreach events. I guess there goes all our hard work.
Hey, Fish. 2 people are dead and Blair's still in the hospital.
I know, I just meant...
Yeah, I know what you meant, all right? But you're gonna have to take a long look at these guys. You know, if the killer is fixated on them like we're talking about, the department's gonna need their cooperation. You might be able to make that happen.
Okay, well, why not just go to Manning directly?
I know they tried to charge him with Granger's murder, and it didn't stick. You know, maybe it's better we just keep an eye on him. See if he's the guy.
If?
Can't assume Manning's a killer until we've ruled everyone else out.
Okay, well then, who else could it be? Dr. Saybrook? She has some of the same motives as Manning, or she could be crazy, or setting Manning up.
It's not Marty.
Okay, well, we did bring her in for questioning. She was found with Granger's body.
If she'd killed Granger, don't you think she would have done a better job of covering it up?
Yeah, but she also has a connection to KAD, a bad one.
So do other people.
Who are they?
Two other guys that raped Marty Saybrook. It's Powell Lord, Zach Rosen. Check Rosen out. He did his time. Now he's back on the street.